Good morning, Year 2. Happy Wednesday. I hope you all have a wonderful day. So going through our timetable for today, we're starting with our reading comprehension, which is looking at that Cobweb Morning poem again. So we've got a few more questions to answer on that. Then our core skills. Maths is another practical session today with a deepen it problem that you can have a go at writing out. Spellings, we're practicing, and there's a new way which you can practice your spellings, or you can use one that we've already been doing. Our English work, connected curriculum, and 2 more mindfulness activities. So let's get started. I hope you've got your paper and you can write Wednesday the 20th of May, reading comprehension, and then you're going to read the poem. So you can see we've got the poem here. You should be quite familiar with this poem now because we looked at it Monday and Tuesday. You've got your 2 questions here, which is 9b and 10. They're your 2 questions that you need to read. And then you've got your 2 sentences that you need to write out in your book. These are the sentence starts, and then you need to finish them. So pause the video now, read the questions, get the answers, write them down. When you're ready, press play and we'll have a look together. Good luck, guys. Okay, hopefully you've all had a go. Some little clues for you then. So the question 9b. What did the children learn about this Monday morning when they went outside? So we can see the word this is in bold. So it's really important that you find out in the poem where it tells us about this Monday. So if we start at the beginning, on a Monday morning we do spellings, maths and silent reading. But on the Monday after the frost, so that's this Monday, we went straight outside. Why did they go outside? What were they learning about? What did they find out there? Cobwebs hung in the cold air everywhere, all around the playground. They clothed the trees, dressed every bush in veils of fine white lace. Each web a wheel of patient spinning, each spider hidden, waiting. Inside we worked all morning to capture the outside. Now in our patterns and poems we remember the cobweb morning. So it gives you a clue there what they were doing differently on that Monday. That wasn't spelling and maths and reading, it was something different. Question 10, the poem explains how cold weather either A, damages cobwebs, changes how cobwebs look, makes the cobwebs stronger, or helps the spiders to make webs. So each web a wheel of patient spinning, each spider hidden, waiting. What is it telling us about the cold weather? Okay, so have a little look. There's some clues. When you're definitely sure you've got the answer, press play and we'll look at them together. So they're learning all about the cobwebs. So hopefully it's telling you this Monday the children learned about cobwebs. Hopefully you got that as your answer. So they went outside to look at the cobwebs and to find out about them, didn't they? The poem explains how cold weather damages cobwebs. Does it tell us anything about damaging the cobwebs? No? Does it tell us changes to how the cobwebs look? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? They're hidden. And it also tells us about the fact that they clothe the trees, they dress every bush in veils of fine white lace. So it's telling us how they look on this Monday morning. Doesn't tell us about making cobwebs stronger. So remember, even though we think we've got the answer, we always look at the other options. And it doesn't tell us how spiders make webs. It's telling us that it changes how the cobwebs look because of the ice that you can see in there, that dew and the cold weather. Hopefully you got that. It was a bit of a trickier one today, so don't worry if you found that tricky. Just well done for having a go. That's the end of your reading, so we're going to be moving on to our core skills now. So 20 minutes to practice on your TT Rockstars or your Hit the Button or whatever way you're finding is useful. Remember, there are those battles on, so keep going, guys. And when you're back at school, it'll be brilliant. I'm sure we will be able to celebrate who is the champion of the battles. Okay. Right then, when you've finished your core skills, so pause it to do your core skills, and when you've finished, come back and press play, and we will look at our maths activity for today. Hi guys, I hope you've all had a go at doing your core skills, and I hope you've all had a go on that battle, so I can see who's working really hard with their times tables. Moving on to our maths now. So yesterday we looked at measuring volume, and on Monday, and this week and last week really has been quite practical, hasn't it? So there's not been much writing to do for your maths, but there's been lots of work that you can do, and I've had some lovely photographs in. So these are your have a think questions today. What is a litre? And do you think it is bigger or smaller than millilitres? So yesterday we were measuring volume in millilitres. Today we're going to be measuring in litres. So I want you to think about what a litre is and to decide whether it's bigger or smaller than millilitres. When you've got an answer in your head, press play and we will have a little look. Okay guys, so hopefully you know that a litre is a different way of measuring, another metric way of measuring volume, okay? So you've got your litres and your millilitres. Now, there are 1,000 millilitres in 1 litre. So a litre is bigger. Now, a millilitre we looked at it yesterday, is a really small amount, isn't it? A litre isn't. A litre is a big amount. So what I want you to do today is to explore with the different bottles and containers like you did yesterday, looking for the litres and the millilitres on the containers. So you could use a bucket, a large pan, estimate and measure the capacity. If you've got a measuring jug, then it'll be very easy for you to look at the difference with this. If you haven't, don't worry, because for the next part I've put on some links for you to have a go at practicing reading and writing, reading and measuring, in litres. So if you haven't got lots of containers to do this, there is something else for you to do. If you have, I just want to for you to see the difference, and that a litre is bigger than a millilitre. Okay, go and explore. Don't forget to take pictures. We'd love to see them, so please send them to our class email, year2@redbrookhays.staffs.sch.uk, so we can see all this practical work you're doing. When you're ready, press play and come back to your secure it. If you haven't got the equipment, carry on watching the PowerPoint and I will put the links on for you. Hopefully you've all enjoyed exploring the water and you can see the difference between millilitres and litres, and that some things we wouldn't use millilitres to measure in and some things we wouldn't use litres. So if Mrs. Mulliner wanted to measure a big large bucket that she had in her garden, is she going to take ages to put in millilitres? No, probably not. She'd measure it in litres. If I've got a little teacup, am I going to be able to measure it in litres? No. So it's about understanding that we only use litres and millilitres for certain volumes. Okay, so you can see here we've got 2 links. They're all about reading scales and the measurements. So what I would like you to do is you can either do this or you can carry on with a grown-up, getting a grown-up to get you to measure out and then write how many millilitres, litres it is. All I need you to be able to do by the end of the secure it is make sure you're confident reading and measuring litres and millilitres. So it's your choice whether you do practical water work to do this, or whether you want to play on these games and get your head around it and practice measuring. When you're confident from doing one or the other, you need to come back and we'll look at a deepen it together. If you need to just spend the day practicing and maybe getting your grown-ups to ask you, would I measure this in litres, would I measure this in millilitres, that is absolutely fine. But by the end of your Secure It, we want you to be confident with reading and measuring litres and millilitres. So you could write this down. So you could put teacup and then how many millilitres. You could put large bucket in the garden and then how many litres or millilitres. As long as you're exploring and you not think that you would be able to answer a question about that reading and that writing, the reading and the measuring of litres and millilitres, that's absolutely fine. So go and enjoy, and when you're ready, come back and we'll look at Deepen It together. Off you go, guys. Okay, so here is our Deepen It challenge. So Mo puts 4 litres of water in bucket A. He then pours 3 litres from bucket A into bucket B. Which sentence is correct? Oh, sorry guys, I've given you the answer. If you had super speedy eyes, you would have seen that then. So which sentence is correct? There is more in bucket A, there is less in bucket A, or there are equal amounts in each bucket. So Mo puts 4 litres of water in here and then pours 3 litres from bucket A into bucket B. So think about what would be left in A. Would there be more in A? Would there be less in A? Or would there be the same? When you've got the answer, press play. We'll have a look together. You can write it down if you want to. You can actually explore this with water practically if you want to, as long as you can tell me whether it's more, less or equal. Okay, hopefully you've all got more, less or equal in your head. Okay, there is less in bucket A because if Mo had 4 here, but he gives 3 litres to bucket B, how many is he going to have left? So that's 4 litres of water. He's took 3 away. That's right, he would only be left with 1 litre. So there'd be 1 litre in A. How many would be in B? There would be 3 litres. So there is more in bucket A? No. There is less in bucket A. Yes, there would only be 1 litre in here and 3 in here. Hopefully you got the answers there. I hope you've enjoyed your practical maths lessons this week. It's been lovely to see the photographs of you all working really hard. Thank you for sending those in. If you would like to have a little break now, it's absolutely fine. When we come back, we're going to have a little look at our spellings and then our English. So when you're ready, please come back and I will be waiting. Hello guys, hopefully you've had a nice little break. We're moving on to our spellings now. So yesterday we had a little look at our spellings, which were want, watch, wonder, warm, wall, quad, wasps, quack, quantity and squash. And we picked out that the spelling pattern was when we're spelling that it's an A, but it's pronounced as an O sound after a W or a Q sound. So instead of want, it's want. Instead of watch, it's watch. So that letter, the A, is actually making the O sound. So what I would like you to do today is have a little practice in any way you want to. So it can be any of the ways we've already come up with. So you could draw a picture to go with each spelling. So for example, if you were drawing writing the words watch, you would draw a watch next to it. If you were drawing writing wall, you would draw a wall, and so on. You could do the rainbow writing, which I know lots of you like. It could be that you go outside with chalk, or you do it with paint. It could be the pyramids writing. It could be anything. I'm sure you've all got your own ways that you like to do. I did find this one, sorry, it's a little bit blurry, which I thought was interesting. It's called Word Hide and Seek. So it says write each spelling once with your eyes open and then once with your eyes closed. So you're going to have a go. You're going to write want by looking. Then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to practice writing it again. Oh, I thought that might be fun, and some of you might find that one really, really funny. So let me know if you have a go at that. Once you've done that, what I would like you to do is choose 3 of the words that you are finding particularly tricky and have a go at writing a sentence with that spelling in. So for example, if you know that the word wonder is one that you keep spelling wrong, have a go at thinking of a sentence that you can put it in. It can be a really silly sentence if you want to, but the idea is that it will help you to remember how to spell that word when you come to do your spelling quiz. Okay guys, so pause your video. This is your spelling time. Any way you want to practice is absolutely fine. If you want to have a go at that word hide and seek, let me know how you find it. I'd love to see the difference between your writing when your eyes are open and your eyes are closed. Off you go, enjoy. Okay guys, welcome back to English. I hope you've got your eyes open now. Hide and seek words has finished. I need you to be concentrating and looking. So, just a couple of questions to get you thinking for your English today before we begin. What is an adverb? What is its job? When do we use it? So have a little think about that for me, please. So what is an adverb? What is its job? Why would an author use it? Okay, lovely. So we're going to have a little look. So an adverb is something that tells you where, why, or how something is done. For example, Camilla crossed the road safely. So that sentence is giving us information about what Camilla is doing. So she's crossing the road, but it's also telling us how she's doing it. So she's crossed the road safely. So it's telling us how she did something. Safi's horse bravely jumped over the hurdle. So we're being given information that Safi's horse was jumped over the hurdle, but it's also telling us how she jumped. She jumped bravely over the hurdle. The Moroccan man rode his camel everywhere. That's a tricky one, because that's telling us where he did it. And it's not got the ly. So many adverbs end in ly, but not all of them. Similarly, Miss Muller couldn't get that word out. Not all words which end in ly are adverbs, so we have to be really careful. So, safely and bravely, they're telling us how she did it, and everywhere is telling us where. So remember, it's where, why, or how. So we're going to be having a go at coming up with adverbs today. So going back to the story, the snail and the whale. Can I create my own sentences using adverbs and noun phrases? So in the story, we've got the monkey swinging. How was he swinging? So I want you to have a little think of an adverb we could use to tell us how the monkey was swinging. We've got the sea crashed. How did it crash? What adverb could we use there? The parrot sang. How did they sing? The whale, that's supposed to say swam, sorry guys. The whale swam. How did it swim? So pause the video and have a go. You could just draw the monkey and then write the word, or you could just have a go in your head at coming up with those. When you're ready to press play, and we'll look at some examples together. This isn't your main part of the session today. This is just to get your brain working. We're going to look at a few examples together, then you're going to have some others to do, okay? Right, so for example, the cheeky monkey, so I've put in an adjective there to describe my monkey, was swinging quickly, so I've put my ly word in there, through the trees so that he wouldn't be spotted by the whale and his suspicious looking snail. So can you see how by using adverbs and adding in those adjectives and that interesting information, it tells the reader a lot more and it engages you a lot more. If it just said the monkey was swinging, okay, it's telling us what the monkey's doing, But is it as interesting as the cheeky monkey was swinging quickly through the trees? That's already told us that the monkey's cheeky, told us how he was swinging, told us where he was swinging through the trees so that he wouldn't be spotted by the whale and his suspicious looking snail. It's also telling us why. Okay, so there's lots of information in there. So what you're going to do today is you are going to finish the sentences. So you've got some sentence starts. The little brown monkey was. So you're going to have a go at thinking about what's the little brown monkey doing? Well, we know he's swinging. That was one thing. You could do a different one if you want to. The little brown monkey was swinging. How was he swinging? Why was he swinging? Add in that really interesting information to engage that reader. The fierce, ferocious sea. What was the fierce, ferocious sea doing? The squawking parrots. What were they doing? How were they doing it? Why were they doing it? The great big grey blue humpback whale. What was it doing? How was it doing it? Why was it doing it? So pause your video now. Have a go. You can pick one or you can pick two if you want to. If you want to do all of them, amazing. But if you want to just pick a couple, that's absolutely fine. As long as you can have a go at using those adverbs in there and giving us more information. When you've had a go, come back and press play and we'll look at a few examples together. Or if you're finding it tricky and you want some clues and magpie some ideas, come back and press play. Alright guys, enjoy. I can't wait to read these super sentences. Okay, hopefully you've all had a go. Let's have a little look at some examples. So the little brown monkey was quietly swinging through the trees. So that's telling us a bit about the monkey. It's telling us what the monkey was doing, where he was doing it, and how he was doing it. All from that one sentence. The fierce, ferocious sea crashed repeatedly against the jagged rocks. Wow. So that's telling us that the sea is fierce and ferocious. It's telling us that it's crashing repeatedly, so over and over again. And it's telling us where it's crashing as well. So how and where it's crashing. Lots more information. The squawking parrots sang a harmonious tune beautifully. So it's telling us that the parrots are squawking. It's telling us that they're singing harmonious. That's a nice adjective to describe the tune. And beautifully. So it's telling us what it's doing and how it's doing it. The great big grey blue humpback whale swam slowly and carefully towards the beach. It's telling us about the humpback whale, so we can have an image in our head of what it looks like. It's a great big grey blue humpback whale. It's telling us it swam, or swan, as it says on there. Swam slowly and carefully, so it's telling us how it's doing it towards the beach, so it's telling us where it's going. I'm really looking forward to looking at your ideas too. So well done guys, that was some super English work this morning. I'm just going to very quickly go through a little bit of CC and the mindfulness activities, and that's your Wednesday work finished. So it has come to my attention that some of you, I know some of you haven't managed to do much connected curriculum, but there are some children that have managed to complete the whole connected curriculum menu and have been emailing to ask for some different new ideas. So I've just come up with a couple on here that you could do if you're finding that you're coming to the end of this connected curriculum menu, because obviously next week it's half term anyway, and after half term there will be a new connected curriculum menu or something else for you to do. So I've just put a couple of other ones on here. So science weather experiments, if you have a look online, there are lots of videos. If you go on Pinterest, there's lots of science weather experiments. There's rainbow ones, there's rain, I think there's even like how to make a tornado. There's lots of different ones. So if you just search, there are some brilliant ones. If you're finding it tricky, and you would like to find out a bit more about one of these weather experiments and you can't find them, just give me an email, and I'll send you some examples. Another thing which I thought might be nice is, because we've done lots of work about the UK, one of the things that we want you to be able to do is to compare the UK to different countries. So it might be that you have a country you would really like to visit around the world, or a country that you've been on holiday that you really like. So for example, Mrs. Mulliner went to Sorrento in Italy for her honeymoon with Mr. Mulliner, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So that would be a place that I would want to tell people about because of how beautiful it was there. So the idea is, I thought, is you would tell people all about it. So you could draw a poster, you could make a leaflet, you could make a model, you could tell us what things you could do there, what animals live there, what the weather's like, and thinking about how that's different to the UK. So when we went to Italy, Sorrento in Italy, the weather was glorious. The sun was shining every single day. It was beautiful. There was beautiful scenery. We could see the beautiful beach, the calming waves. We went out on the boat, so you could go out on the boat. We went out for dinner one night, and there's quite a few wild like cats, stray cats that come round you as you're eating. Mrs. Muller wasn't very sure about that, but you do see a lot of cats just wandering the streets of Sorrento. Didn't really see much more wildlife because where we were quite busy. But the idea is you find out about a place either that you would like to go, or a place that you have been and you want to tell people about it. Another thing is exploring your shadows in your garden. So finding out about different seasons and how the day length changes in different seasons. So you could go out, you could draw around something or somebody, look at your shadow, and then go back out in the afternoon. How does the shadow change? And think about that. So there's some examples. There's some lovely artwork on seasons as well. So again, if you want me to email any of those bits or anything, please let me know. But yeah, just guys, you've worked so hard. If you have finished all them connected curriculum activities and you think, do you know what, I've worked my socks off, it's nearly half term, go with maybe a topic that you love. So for example, if you love dinosaurs, why not do a week of dinosaur work? Everything about dinosaurs. Okay, just something you're really interested in. If you love football and you want to do something all about football, then do it all around that. If there's an animal you love, so just know we are really grateful for all of the hard work you've done. And if you've completed all of them activities, then that's amazing, and we're happy to send you more bits to do. But allow yourself to have time with your family and do something you enjoy, and take this CC time to come up with your own project about something you would love. So there's lots of ideas there. Hopefully that all makes sense. But yes, please email if we can help in any way. Okay, that brings us on to our mindfulness challenges. So 2 slightly different ones today. We'll start with this one. So again, it's from the book You're a Star, and it's called Tree Breathing. Okay, now I liked this picture because it says, I matter, I'm the universe, I am calm, I'm creative, I am strong, I am present, I am smart, I am believed, I am powerful, I am nature, I am brave, I am kind. Okay, so tree breathing. You're going to breathe in, imagining that your nose is the trunk of a tree. Okay? So when you breathe in, and all that air is going in your trunk of your tree or your nose, you're going to let the air spread all the way up into every branch until each bud bursts into blossom in your body. Then you're going to breathe out, back down to the base of the tree, so back down to your feet. You're going to do this 5 times, and the tree breathing activity helps you to feel calm and in control. So let's have a go together. So take a big deep breath in, imagining your nose is the trunk of a tree. Let the air spread all the way up into every branch until each bud bursts into blossom. and breathe out. Back down to the base of the tree. And we're going to do this 5 times. So let's breathe in through our nose. Imagine it's the trunk of the tree. Yeah, spread all the way up into every branch until each bud bursts into blossom, and breathe out, back down to the base of the tree. Breathe in. Air spreads all the way up into every branch until each bud bursts into blossom, and breathe out, back down to the base of the tree, and so on. That's something, if you're feeling a little bit cross or a bit uneasy and you just need to feel calm and in control, that breathing is brilliant to do. So have a little go. This one is quite a fun one, I think. It's called, we're going to do this one actually. I've just realised I've got 2 different cards on this, so I'll sort this one out for you. So there's 2 different ones you can do. Use your inner hum to settle down. So this one is, you can sit in the quiet on your own, doing your big breaths in, breathing out. So in through your nose, out through your mouth, and as you're breathing out, doing that humming in any pattern or anything you want to. It just allows you to settle down. So that's one. But this is the one I want to look at. It's a bit of a silly one. It's called Shake the Sillies Out. Okay. So you're going to stand still like a statue. You're going to breathe in and hold your breath. Okay, so standing still like a statue, breathe in, hold your breath. Then you're going to breathe out and shake out your arms. Shake out your arms as you're breathing out. Shake them high, shake them low. Okay, now breathe in, hold your breath. Then you're going to shake your legs out. Shake them this way, shake them that way, whilst you're breathing out. So breathe out and shake them about. Okay, then stand still like a statue. Breathe in and hold your breath. You're going to shake your whole body now as you breathe out. So shake, 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 shake your sillies out. Shake, 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 shake your sillies out. See them fly off you like water droplets. Shake, 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 shake your sillies out. Okay, then you need to drop down gently into a chair or onto a mat, and let the last silly out with a big and allow your body to feel nice and relaxed. You're going to take 3 soft, slow, mindful breaths. Fill your nose, your lungs and your tummy, and then return to your day. So you're shaking your sillies out, you're doing your big and then leave 3 soft, slow, mindful breaths, filling your nose, lungs and tummy, and return to your day. So there's 3 different mindfulness challenges there for you to try. Please don't forget to let me know if you try these, because Mrs. Mullers really enjoying researching and finding out about these things, and this book that I've purchased, I'm really enjoying sharing some of those activities with you too, and when you're back at school we'll see if we can get some of those to you as well. Thank you for your hard work once again this week. Take care guys, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.